VBS Bank, as uncertainty around the future of the mutual bank increases, account holders have been flocking to branches daily to try and withdraw all of their funds. Queues at the bank's main branch in Thohoyandou in Limpopo have become longer since the curator called on small depositors to close their accounts at the bank. Now, VBS was placed under curatorship in March following allegations of corruption by stakeholders. If you visit their website, the VBS website, it basically says VBS is currently under curatorship for the safety of depositors. There is currently a daily cumulative limit for withdrawals and purchases on your individual accounts of 1,000 Rand a day. Burial societies are allowed to draw up to 7,000 Rand for death benefits and are requested to supply valid supporting documents. So that's pretty much so it. Now, let's get a little bit more of an update from one of the members of the team of curators, Nditsheni Tshithavhane, and he's joining us on Skype. Good to have you. Thank you very, very much for joining us here on the program.
Good morning, Leanne, and viewers.
All right, so Nditsheni, when we look at what VBS Mutual Bank have told account holders, they're able to withdraw 1,000 Rand, close their accounts. That's the advice that they've been given. But I mean, at the same time, people have been sleeping on the streets. They've been absolutely desperate to get these funds. Give us an update. What has been happening?
Thank you very much. At first, let me take this opportunity to apologize to all the customers of VBS with the unfortunate situation outside all the branches where we see old people queuing at night for the past few days. What's happening now is that we believe that there was just a misinformation where people were told that the bank is going to close on the 31st of August.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not true. The bank is not going to close. Therefore, people shouldn't panic and go and queue at the bank and sleep at the bank. It's not going to be happening at all. The bank won't be closing. We are calling on people to listen to us, to hear our messages, that they should come to the bank normally when the branches open at 8:30 instead of sleeping at the branches. We really apologize for that situation.
Yeah, I mean, how did this happen? Because I mean, I'm on the website here, and I mean, I'm not misinterpreting what it says. It says here, customers with deposits of less than 1,000 Rand are requested to come into a branch by the 31st of August with a valid identity document to close their accounts and receive the full outstanding amount of their deposits. The date is given, the amount is given. Where did confusion come in here? Why is this on the website then?
Yes, I think what happened is that people or customers just misunderstood that message. What we meant on that SMS was that everybody with an account of 1,000 or less, and then on the account which is inactive, they should come to the branch and withdraw the amount of whatever they have on the account and close that account. That only applies to those customers with amount of 1,000 or less on the account, not to those with amount of 1,000 or more. Therefore, people just unfortunately misunderstood that SMS. They believe that by the 31st of August, the bank will be closing. And unfortunately, that's not true. The bank won't be closing. The bank will be operating from the 1st of September going forward. We don't have that situation currently.
Yeah. Have you communicated this message to the customers? I mean, we've had our cameras outside the banks. People have been sleeping there. I mean, we were running a story yesterday basically saying that, hygiene is the least of our problems. We will sit here until we get our money. And that's how desperate people are.
Yes, we are there at all the branches. We are explaining to all the customers. We are talking on the radios. We are talking with you now on television to make sure that the message is out there clear. Then we are calling on all our people, all the clients of VBS, that the bank won't be closing. They should not queue at the branches at night. They should come at 8:30 where the branches open. Yeah. We really, again, we apologize for that situation, for that miscommunication on the side of the bank.
Yeah. Talk to us about the limitations on customers and why it was determined that 1,000 Rand is what they could withdraw.
You will understand that when the bank was put under curatorship, one of the main reasons that was given by the Reserve Bank was that the bank was experiencing liquidity problem. Liquidity problem means that there is a lack of cash in the bank. Basically, even currently, the bank still have a problem with cash. Therefore, that's why we have this type of limits. We wouldn't have a limit if the bank was healthy in terms of cash. Therefore, we are saying that we have these limits because we don't have cash. We don't have enough cash to be able to allow everybody to withdraw whatever amounts they want to withdraw. Because if we do that, it means the bank will collapse anytime soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is just by saying that is a big worry as well for investors that are using this bank and customers who didn't actually create this crisis, and yet they're being held ransom, and that's pretty much so how it is. I mean, as the curator of this bank, is the situation? Is it a very, very dire situation?
You'll remember that we did issue our preliminary report through the Reserve Bank, where we mentioned some of the issues that we said we uncovered, the issue of mismanagement and all those kind of stuff, which let's allow the process of investigation to continue. The Reserve Bank have appointed the forensic investigators to look at those type of issues. Therefore, let's wait for that process to unfold, and they will issue a report. They will issue a report to everybody. Everybody will see what happened. Yeah. For now, our focus is to protect the depositors, to make sure that whoever have money at the VBS is able to get their money back. Yeah. You also remember that the National Treasury have also guaranteed everybody with an amount of around 50,000. It means if you have an amount of 50,000 or less, in case something happened to the bank, the Reserve Bank have guaranteed you that amount of 50,000. Therefore, people shouldn't panic. They will get their money back.
All right. I want to just talk about two separate issues. The one is about the municipalities, which I'm going to get to now because the unions are also up in arms now. But the question I need to ask you, was the bank in trouble? Let's go back to, I think, where VBS really became quite famous and hit the headlines was where President Jacob Zuma got his loan from this bank to repay Nkandla. Now, talk to me about this. Was the bank in trouble before that, or did the development start after that?
Unfortunately, Liano, we can't discuss specific clients of the bank. You know, the law doesn't permit that. Obviously, we were appointed from around March by the Reserve Bank. Therefore, the Reserve Bank will be the one to say when the situation started, whether it was before March or when. But on our case, we were appointed only in March. Therefore, we can't be able to comment on something that happened before our appointment. Yeah, all right, so that's something you're not able to discuss. But one thing I'm hoping you can discuss are the municipalities. I mean, we're looking at a total of municipalities have invested 1.5 billion rand into VBS, despite being advised by Treasury not to do that. And unions are up in arms now, and these municipalities are falling apart because there is a lot of money invested there that they don't have access to. Talk to us about the unions, particularly in Limpopo, and the demands there. Yeah, I think on our side, our focus now is on our retail depositors. It's on the individuals. It's on burial societies in all the stockpiles. Our focus now is not particularly on the municipalities because on our side, we believe that the municipality themselves, they broke their own law by investing with a bank. Therefore, our focus now is those people that are sitting outside the bank now, that have been queuing outside the bank looking for their money. Therefore, we'll give all our focus and all our attention to those people first before we talk about the issue of municipalities, because we believe that they acted illegally by investing money with the bank.
Okay, so I'm going to, once again, on behalf of the clients, the customers of VBS Bank, anyone that has invested their money in the bank, will they get this back? I know that people are queuing, I know people are desperate, but can you reassure them as the curator that they will get their money back?
What I can reassure the customers of VBS, the truth is that the bank is not closing. That's the first thing. They shouldn't come into the bank and queue at night. The second thing is that we are saying whoever have an amount of 50,000 or less, that person is guaranteed to get their money. Therefore, there is a guarantee from the National Treasury about that 50,000. That's what we can say for now.
Anyone above 50,000?
As I said, we can't just really confirm now until we recover some of the money. We are talking now with you when we have people that are owing the bank. We have people that have overdrafts with the bank. We have people that have bonds with the bank. We have people that have personal loans with the bank. We are working hard to recover some of that amounts of money so that people can pay, so that everybody can be guaranteed. For now, we can't really say we are guaranteed everybody that they will get their money in full. But currently, we have a guarantee of 50,000.
All right. We have to unfortunately leave it there for this morning. Thanks very, very much for talking to us. A very worrying situation at VBS Bank. That was a member of the curator team talking to us there, Nditsheni Tshithavhane, and telling us that don't queue overnight, but go during the banking hours. Remember, the bank was placed under curatorship in March, and this was all following allegations of corruption by stakeholders.